Target 8 tracking an important story all the way to Detroit, a judge being judged himself for his actions on the bench.
It was a rare sight in the courtroom. Ottawa County District Court Judge Kenneth Post on the defense and facing potential sanctions for throwing an attorney in jail.
24-Hour News 8's Leon Hendricks has our report tonight from Detroit.
While they didn't make a decision on what should happen to Judge Post today, the Judicial Tenure Commission made one thing clear, that they've got some serious questions about his actions on the bench.
Well, the point he makes.
Other than an occasional smirk, Judge Kenneth Post had a serious expression, but little reaction to the case laid out against him, as the JTC examiner laid into the judge's behavior on the bench.
This was not a mistake of law. He knew what he was doing.
Post threw attorney Scott Millard in jail after he repeatedly advised his young client to use his Fifth Amendment rights and not answer the judge's question about whether or not the young man had used controlled substances. The judge clearly did not like the advice, and after threatening to throw Millard in jail for contempt, he did just that. One transcript, the examiner says, shows the judge relished in the ordeal, where he allegedly referred to the Millard incident as a show.
This is not the Kenneth Post show. And Millard is not some contestant waiting to be debased or humiliated by eating bugs or some other despicable thing. This was a court of law, but there was no law in that courtroom that day except Judge Post's law.
But Post's attorneys saw it differently. They say the judge may have used poor tone, but that he was just doing his job.
But he's asked this question a lot of times, hundreds and hundreds of times, and no one's raised it before. So you have this dynamic in a courtroom where I'm asking a question, counsel. I've gotten an answer 1,000 times, and you just came out from the mouth, and now you're telling me I'm wrong, that I shouldn't be asking the question. I want an answer to the question. Darn it.
Respectfully, it's the darn it point that's the problematic situation for the system.
The judge didn't answer our questions as he left the building. Anything you want to say, Your Honor?
Thank you.
He now awaits a decision from the commission on whether they'll take the examiner's recommendation and suspend him without pay for 90 days. Now, this process isn't over. It could be some time before we actually know what will happen to the judge. The Judicial Tenure Commission will come up with a recommendation, and then they'll forward that to the Supreme Court for a final decision. Reporting in Detroit tonight, Leon Hendricks, 24-Hour News 8.